Hello friends, welcome to a new video. In this session, I want to talk to you about a recent discovery that was made by the Geological Survey of India, where they found considerable amount of lithium deposits in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and they identified it in the Jammu region. So lithium, at times you can call it like a white gold right now. It can actually, you might have heard from many videos regarding how it can change the economic scenario of India. So you have heard a lot of videos, but I wish to point out, or I wish to take your attention to a certain other thing. I wish to link it with Make in India, and at the same time how we can emulate the success of certain stories like South Korea. And I will tell my examples also to correlate to this. See, basically lithium has a huge use, especially in making these batteries. Okay, like at times these disposable batteries of this phones, laptops. Also, you might have heard it from so many other sources or so many other channels. But one thing that is very much we are lacking in India is like all over the world, if you look into the embedded systems or many other software systems, or if you can say so many product based companies, whether it is like Samsung for example, like lots and lots of their support, their technical support, their software development testing has been happening in India. But when it comes to the core hardware manufacturing, many of them, it happens in a very small country like South Korea. But how it got, like they got that thing, obviously after the post Second World War, they attracted cheap US capital in the 60s and 70s when we were moving through a phase of socialism. You can say from 50s to 70s, ironically it was called as the Hindu growth rate because the average growth rate was around 3.5 percentage. We were romancing or kindling with our socialistic ideas when these countries made a hell leap of progress. Now see the quality of living between like South Korea and say India, such a small country. So now South Korea doesn't have that much mineral deposits, but they attracted that cheap capital and they got benefited. A small few countries, few firms like Samsung is making a fortune for the country. So imagine a situation where India has a lot of technical background and technical brains who are drive running these product companies all over the world. And imagine a situation we are getting the lithium deposits here. That means many of these chips, kind of biosensors that has been produced in places like South Korea. You have to understand this lithium battery made patches, biosensors, cardiac sensors, whatnot have been all powered by these small lithium batteries. And many of those sectors background is run from India only. So what I wish to point out is like if we have lithium deposit here and we can start good manufacturing centers all throughout India, it will create a hell leap of economic gain for India, because we can very well say that we can provide cheap labor, and if you have the particularly well built supply chains that will be built over the years, then in the long run India can become a manufacturing hub. I will not say that we will rival China, but when it comes to the manufacturing level, this industrial manufacturing level can push our graph higher. And the other great advantage is like, because like once it is being manufactured and it is something that has a high amount of export quality, it will give an unskilled person also this job. Okay, because in a kind of a mechanized production, these kind of things can provide job en masse level also. So it is like what I would say, that it is not like a trained software professional who is doing the service. Instead of that, you can find even a school dropout getting an opportunity in these kind of manufacturing things to do the manual job there, right? And also the secondary jobs otherwise created also. So this in the run, so 20 years, 30 years down the line, when India has a favorable demographic dividend with a better youthful population, I'm hoping that it would happen rather than all the migration going outside. This is a scenario we can very well tap, because India, out of all other countries in the world, India has a particular advantage with lithium because we are technically sound, but we are industrially weak. So, along with the technical soundness, if the industrial manufacturing also kickstarts well, we can be the next China, but with a better democratic credentials that is better for the world, better for the South Asia, better for like the world peace, as I would say, because we are not a hegemonic power and we should never be. So that is what I wish to point out regarding this lithium deposit. I wish to connect it towards the Make in India thing, and I wanted to bring out not only in this some kind of automotive manufacturing and all. This has lots and lots of potentials, especially in the medical equipments and healthcare industry as well. So these are certain things that I wish to provide to you, and I hope that at some point of time, maybe my next generation would also enjoy a lifestyle comparable to what an average South Korean is experiencing when they did the same thing in the 60s and 70s. And I hope that in the long run, India will also get benefited with this lithium deposits, and it will boost our Make in India potential. Thank you. Have a nice day.